Good morning, Dave here. I just wanted to jump on and do a quick video about corrective actions because yesterday I went for a chiro appointment, so chiropractic appointment, because last week I sort of twinged my back. I was just sitting having my dinner watching TV, and I think it was because I've been doing gym for the sort of 3 days a week for the past sort of year, really getting my fitness levels up, losing fat, building muscle. And just one day in particular, I then sat on the computer all day the next day. So I basically didn't stretch, and I think I didn't go for my normal walks around the park like you see my videos of. And I basically just think I sort of seized up, and it worried me a little bit. And so I went back to a chiropractor that I'd used in the past. And so I went there yesterday. He did a few of his corrections, retook some x-rays. And straight away after those corrective actions, I just felt 100% better. My neck just feels a lot, just moves a lot more freely. My back doesn't hurt as much. I've got some advice on what things to do, what things not to do. But the point of this post is, are you taking those corrective actions? Because I could have taken corrective actions a long time ago and I didn't. I didn't do it because I was working, I was busy, life just getting in the way, as it does with all of us. And so then it takes a more drastic action to correct the imbalance, to correct the thing that is wrong. And it just reminded me, because some people I've seen that, they're looking for work and they're not doing that next step. They're not doing the next thing that I think they should do. Maybe it's, have a look at your CV, for example. Is that the thing that's not getting you put forward for roles? Someone I spoke to the other day, they are getting put forward for roles, but they're not getting the interview offers. So I just got to go and check my breakfast is cooking away. I don't want it to overboil. Making some porridge, give myself some energy. There you go, sorted. So are you doing the things that are required? Because lots of people, they come to me after, things have got a lot worse. So like me with my back, things got a lot worse before I took corrective action. And of course, if you take a long time to recognise that it could be your CV, it could be your LinkedIn profile, it could be your confidence, it could be your skills and experience, but obviously we can't change that. You can just go and, reskill or upskill or get a bit more experience or get some certifications, of course. But when people are out of work and they come to me and say, oh my God, I wish I'd done the free CV check ages ago, and they can't afford the CV Express. I mean, the CV Express is 39 quid. And if you get to the point where you can't afford 39 quid to potentially get you put forward for more roles that could get you 500 quid a day, that's a sad state of affairs, isn't it? That's a terrible situation to be in. We don't want to be at that point where we can't afford 39 quid, when we know logically that might help us get a role that's 500 quid a day, because it's going to pay off, isn't it? We all are quite willing to invest time, effort and money in things when we know we're going to get a reward. But when you're out of work, when you're out of contract, your brain is all screwed up, isn't it? And you start going into panic mode and you start worrying about every bit of finances. I know, because I was out of work for a long time at one point, and you start watching the pennies, and every pound going out of the door is something you want to justify. Is it worth it? Do I need it? And that's why I stopped doing my chiropractor appointments, because I was worried about money. And it was expensive going a couple of times a week, so I let it slip. But rather than doing all the exercises that the chiropractor told me to do, I just didn't do it. I just got busy with the rest of life. And if I'd at least maintained those chiropractic appointments, maybe every month, then I wouldn't have had that situation I did last week, where it then bang into spasm, and it needed more drastic action, needed x-rays retaking, needed a lot more of a, more intense corrective treatment to be done to me. So don't get to the point where, you're out of work and, there's lots of things to fix. If you can, especially if you're not looking for a role yet, but you will be soon, that's a perfect time to get your CV sorted out. Some people say to me, oh, they're not going to send me their CV. It's like, if I was a recruiter, you'd fire your CV off to me straight away. So send it off to me, and I'll just give you that one free bit of advice, just to make sure there's nothing really dodgy on it. And if you want more help, I'll give you more help, of course. But if you don't want it, that's fine, okay? But definitely look at your CV, definitely look at your LinkedIn profile, look at your confidence, your skill set, your interview technique, all those legs of the table that I call it. And just don't let any of them slip to a point where it's going to take a massive corrective action to get you back in the zone looking for your next role. Anyway, I hope that's useful. I'm going to go now because my porridge is probably just about to burn on the stove there, okay? All the best, wish you well, speak soon. Cheers, bye.